Hi there. Today we're going to talk about some mental math strategies. We've been working on ungrouping and regrouping with two-digit numbers, double-digit numbers, and we're getting very good at it. But what we're going to start to, we've also been able to regroup and ungroup with sums of 100, so we know how to do that. The next step is going to be to ungroup and regroup, which means we're doing subtraction with numbers that are bigger than 100. So if we have more than 100, might have 200, might have 300s, might have 400s, okay? And when we're doing that, we may have to do regrouping that's a little bit more complicated. We might do regrouping of tens and regrouping of hundreds in that, okay? We can totally do this, but to practice and get our minds ready for it, we're going to review a little bit about place value, okay? Place value is when in a number, each digit in the number has a special value. We know all about this. We've practiced this all year. So I'm just going to pick a number and write it up here. And that number is going to be our starting number, and it's got more than one digit. And let's just talk through real quick as a review what each digit's value means. Starting with the digit on the left, because when we read left to right, and when we read numbers, we also read left to right, okay? So I always want you to think about numbers starting on the left. With the number on the left, we have the number that has the biggest value, okay? The biggest value is hundreds. That's our hundred spot, okay? The next value is a little bit smaller. It's tens. And the last one is the smallest value, the one spot, okay? In my number 238, I have 2 hundreds, 3 tens, and 8 ones, okay? We're going to work on adding and subtracting hundreds, tens, and ones using mental math strategies. So that means I can just give you a number like this, and I can say add 100, take away 100, add 10, take away 10, add 3 tens, add 2 hundreds, take away 4 hundreds, and you would be able to, without writing it down on paper, use your mental math knowledge to only change the place value I'm asking you about and go up or down, okay? It's kind of like a game. In fact, this would be a fabulous game to play with your mom or dad or big sister or big brother in the car, or when you're like getting ready for dinner. Mom could be making dinner, dad could be making dinner, and this is homework you can be practicing without sitting down at the table with a pencil and paper. You could just be shouting out a number for mom, and you could ask her to go up or down 100. Then she could pick a new number and shout it out to you, and you could have to go up or down 100 or 10. It's a great practice game. All you need is the two of you and the idea of the game, and that can practice your mental math sharpness, how quick you are at it. And if you're giving problems to mom, you can kind of test mom out too, right? Okay, so our number is 238, and that's the number we're going to start with. And right here in my target, I'm going to tell you what to do with that number. And the first thing I want you to do is add 100 to this number. Well, I said add 100, so I'm not talking about doing anything to the ones, not messing with the tens, only going to work on changing the 100 spot in this number. We're going to add. That means this number of hundreds is going to get bigger by one more 100. 200 plus 100 will change this to 300. Remember, this is not something you have to do with paper. I want you to be able to do this in your head, out loud, okay? My new number is 338. This time, I'm going to have us add 10, okay? So I'm not messing with my 100 spot, not changing my 1 spot, only adding to my 10 spot. So that means this one's going to get bigger. How many bigger? 1 10 bigger. 3 tens plus 1 more 10 is 4 tens. My new number is 348. Now let's practice the other thing that's hard, and that's counting down. Okay, so we're going to be subtracting tens and hundreds. Let's start by subtracting 100 from 348. I know I'm only dealing with my hundred spot. I have 300s. If I take 100 off, instead of 300, I'll have 200s going down. Okay? Now I also want to mess with my tens a little bit. This time I have 4 tens, but I want to take away 3 tens. 3 tens is the same as 30. In the 10 spot I have 4. I want to take 3 off. So I have 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to leave me with 1 10 left. My new number is 218. Now I'm going to add 4 more hundreds. I'm only messing with my hundred spot. I have 2 plus 4 more. Well, let's see. I know that 2 plus 4 is 6. So 200 plus 400 will be 600. Okay? This is a great game to go up and down with mom and dad. Practicing this so you're really quick at it and you can do it without paper is going to help us on our next step with regrouping and ungrouping.